Okay, so today we are going to talk about SAT, and we all actually at some point, like whenever we aspiring high schooler or we are in high school, right? So we all talk about that SAT, and we start, thinking about how to prepare and all that. So I tried to put together after lots of research what is the successful roadmap would look like, which can help you to get better scores. Okay, so let's just start now. What is your plan? Like I'm just asking question because it's a better way to start, and because that's the way we can start with a positive note that you guys are thinking about SAT, how to prepare, and you are in that boat for which I try to put effort, right? Prepare the roadmap. So I want to know, like, what's your thought on SAT preparation? So Anusha, you can go. Can you hear me, Anusha?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that like it's like important because like it sets you up for success,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Yeah.
think it's like the foundation.
Mm-hmm. It's one of the eligibility criteria. It's one of the item from the actually in the eligibility criteria list for colleges, right? And other way to make sure that your foundational skills are strong enough before you enter in a college. So that is the whole idea behind SAT. So let's just start with the okay. What are we going to talk about that? Like. How are we going to what is the value of SAT and how are we going to prepare, understanding the digital SAT, and baseline analysis where you stand. We will do 30 minutes quick test, diagnostic test, to see where you are. Because if I ask you to start a week after a week or like after 10 days, tomorrow never comes, right? You know that part. So we will start right away and then see how do you feel. And nobody is going to share anyone's scores. You can share your score with me so that I can help you with your tracker. But other than that, don't share it with anyone. It is for yourself only. And then how can you use tools what already exist in the market to practice effectively and learn effectively. Okay, and SAT roadmap framework, which I already prepared the tracker, and we will go through the tracker to understand how to track your activities. How are you doing overall for every week? So it is weekly. I don't know how many of you have access to that, but the link I put in Q&A section, you can simply click on that. It's visible to all. Now you don't need to request for access, and then make your own copy to prepare your tracker. Okay. So when we talk about okay, before we move forward, how many people are hesitant or holding themselves back to start preparing for SAT? So if I say, you can put in comments, and because that is the first part you need to remove, and that's called hesitation, right? So we need to remove that hesitation because your planning and preparation start the moment you start learning algebra and when you are in middle school even. Okay, so everything start then and there. It is just not formatted way, structured way you prepare for SAT. That's it, nothing different. Okay, and then let's go to next slide. Okay, so let's talk about this. So we why this webinar matters now, because we are going to there are so many confusion, there are so many perceptions, and one thing, if I say this in a straight way, is all about how well and how structured your preparation is going to set your success. So if you think like just put 1 month effort you are going to get a high scores, it's not going to happen, because digital SAT works in a different manner. So there are going to be two modules in digital SAT. First module is combination of easy, medium, hard. So hard usually like 15 to 20%, but medium is also a majority of that, and then easy also just a little bit, not a lot. Okay, but second module is always going to be very hard because it's adaptive. So what do you mean by adaptive, right? You understand that part though. But first module is it's a kind of a warm up. Second module is going to be harder. There your scores are going to go down if you don't practice well and don't fill the gaps wherever there are gaps, right? In another thing I would like to discuss is algebra. Algebra in math especially, it's like 65% ish compared to other subjects like trigonometry or geometry, okay, and stats. So those percentages are less. Algebra is high. Okay, so your whether it's like algebra 1, algebra 2, advanced algebra, make sure your foundation is really solid. That's the very important part. How are you going to make sure? I'll help you. I will explain later. But these things are very important to understand. And why do the stress happen? Stress happen because SAT stress is real stress. Think in this way: you prepared enough, right? And still, like, you are not able to pace with the time, right? If you're not able to pace up with the time, and it is limited with the time, and questions are going to be hard in module 2, then it creates a real stress. But if you practice in similar environment multiple times, then definitely this stress can be also reduced a bit, right? And chances becomes high to get better scores. Agree? So what changed? The digital SAT, right? So till the time it was like until it was like I think 4 or 5 years ago, I don't remember exact year, when it was on paper, right? Then it was easy. You can review your questions back and fix them, and also it was not adaptive. It became easy to assess. SAT workload reduced, but at the same time, it became more challenging for students. And on top of that, nowadays, due to this AI era, things are becoming more challenging because all the organizations, they are using AI tools to generate those practice sheets, and they are capable enough to create different combination of question at with the different challenging levels, right? So we really need to work very hard to get better scores, and work hard means work with a proper structure and with dedication. Okay, that's very important. So the test is shorter. You can see, okay, the time is less, but the questions are harder. So it does not like, it's not aligned in a way the brain can think, okay, take your time, read through that. In that case, now, when you say it is adaptive, right? When you say time is shorter, which means your dissection skills has to be really amazing. Correct? That's how you can read, you can dissect the problem faster, and you can solve it. Accuracy matters a lot, more than answering every question. So if you don't know answers for, like, there are 20, for example, 10 questions are there, you don't know the answer for 2 or 3 questions, don't randomly pick them. Okay, so most of the time what happens is students start, they go through test papers and all, and randomly they practice without any plan, and sometimes they do it, sometimes they don't, so there's inconsistency. So when your road is like wavy, right? So definitely you won't reach there. So it will taking too many full practice without review, because if you keep doing the practice sets and you don't review wherever you are lacking, right? Assessing yourself is very important step in anything in general. It is very important. So suppose you do one practice set, you have to review that, what is missing there, why did you make mistake, right? Because if you don't self assess yourself, nobody can do that. You need someone to guide you one on one. That's another approach. But before that, I would recommend to assess yourself, learn how to assess yourself first before you reach out to anyone else. And then if you think, okay, I'm not whatever I tried does not look like I am able to help myself very well, then reach out to someone else. But first explore uh, your capabilities. Okay. So skipping detailed answer analysis and skipping review. Sometimes students are reading the question and then skipping like important details, and then just reading 1 or 2 lines, they assume, and then based on that they start providing the answer, right? There also they make mistake. Random practice, that's a very important one. That's what I was talking about, making a random route for yourself. You cannot reach anywhere with your wavy road, right? So you will reach someday, but by that time, definitely won't be able to reach to your college where you want to be. So now, when you try to think, okay, I have too much work, during my weekdays. I can only focus on weekend. That is also a problem. Reason is that because in that case, already you are telling your brain, hey, SAT is not high priority. That's why I'm putting this on my weekend calendar, right? Because if it is high priority, every single day you put 1 hour aside for your SAT preparation. You pick one topic, whatever you want, English or math, whatever topic for that to fill the gap. Then you give every single day 1 hour to this. That's called consistency and also dedication towards your goal, right? So it's kind of a showing up every day, regardless whatever the situation, is going to set you up for success. Similar concept applicable everywhere. So also try not to do that. Okay, I will finish everything, then I will start a steady practice around like 10:30 shit, 11. By that time, you will be tired, and your brain will not be like work in a way that it needs at that moment, right? So try to do your SAT preparation when around 7:30 ish in the evening, and then try to finish your school homework after that. Reason is that because school homework is basically whatever you learn in school, you are going to just follow that, right, to complete the assignment. So you can do it after SAT preparation, because SAT preparation needs your attention and energy, everything. Okay, so we are going to have like this is if you want to score, let's say out of 1600, right? If your goal is to score 1550, for example, right? In that case, you need to work hard. And how are you going to work hard? And how are you going to prepare your plan? Based on that, where are you at this moment? So today we are going to do very quick test. After that, you need to do a quick, now full diagnostic test for yourself, and then put real score. Once you put a real score, that is your starting point. Then you can see, okay, how much effort I need to put to get my desired score, right? So week 1 to 2, spend time only diagnostic. Like you go for diagnostic test, you figure out where am I lacking, and what kind of resources I can use to make a plan. Only make a plan, nothing else. Okay. Whatever resources, just collect the data, create a map for yourself, create a plan for yourself. Okay. What kind of resources I can use, what kind of resources in not terms in internet only, like whatever the available, also to whom I can reach, right? If you go to any tutoring place or any other place, if those topics you're learning that subject there, ask them to help you with that specific topic. See if you can get help there too, right? So you don't have to explicitly go for SAT tutoring. Start right now, okay? So then we can start working on you can start working on whatever the gaps are there one by one. So take like week 3 to 18 weeks, we are just focusing, going to master concepts. So the moment you master concept, it does not mean you're not going to practice your SAT test, right? You are going to practice every single day, every single week. You are going to practice that, because whatever is done, again you check yourself how much improvement is done, right? And then phase 3, we are week 19 to 26, just full length of test under real condition with the timer. I'll show you actually what are the resources available. You can use it. And it is not going to charge you a single penny. Both the resources are free. You can do it on your own. You can test yourself at any given point of time. But once you test yourself and you can see, okay, where are you, and you have to analyze. Otherwise, there is no point. You keep going for taking test, and you don't assess yourself. It's not going to help you. It's going to demotivate you. Oh, I know nothing. Looks like I'm so weak. Who is going to help me? I will not make it to any college. So these kind of thoughts will start coming to your mind, and you will start self-doubting. So don't do that. Don't put unnecessary pressure to yourself. Take small steps, mini steps to work on it. Okay. And if you have any confusion, any doubt, I am very reachable. You can email me, you can message me. You can find my number easily. Okay. It's on internet. So nothing to worry about. But don't stay silent. If you need help, reach out to right people. Nobody is gonna judge you. If somebody is gonna judge you, that's his or her problem, not your problem. Okay? Always remember. So let's start with this live diagnostic test. Okay, so I will do this one. Okay, so now everybody has access to this sheet? Yes or no? If you don't have access to this sheet, let me know. All good, guys? Okay, cool. You don't have access? Okay. I can share the link. Wait a minute. It is accessible to everyone, although, but let me put in the, rather than Q&A, I'll put in the chat. Okay, just click on it. You can see this. Okay, so we will not complete both module. Let's go with this. Let me start a new one. Chat. What you need to do, just provide SAT test prep. So first go to Gemini, log into Gemini. See, the moment you put this one, just after that, put a prompt. One sec. Okay. So now, so I'm not, don't go for both module. At this moment, I just want you to get a feel of it. So just go for first module in this one and also first module in this one. Okay. And whatever you can complete, and let's see like where are you lacking. Okay. And please keep scores to yourself. Share it with me only. We are not going to put anything in chat. Everybody is going to get a different set with this Gemini one. And every time, even whenever you try this, every time you're going to get a new set, not the same set at all. But only the difference is that every time it is going to become more difficult because it is learning on its own, right? So should we start? Go for both, I would say. Just complete one module, whatever you can do. I just want you to get a feel of it. I want you to start today rather than waiting for another day to start. And who wants to do with me? Let me. No, let's just skip that part. Otherwise, you guys will be distracted. So I'm giving 30 minutes. Okay. Take 30 minutes to finish that. And once you're done, put in chat that you have completed and you put those scores somewhere, store it somewhere. Okay. This is your starting point. Always remember. So congratulations to that. You started SAT preparation today only.